Yo, what up, Charles? How you doing? What's good? What's poppy? What's poppy? Joker, what up? What's good? What's good? You know what? We're just gonna get into it. I don't feel like waiting. I don't feel like waiting. Husky! Yo! What's going on? What's going on? Hopefully we can get to 5,000 encounters today. That's my hope. It's going to be a shorter stream. It's going to be like at most 2 hours. Because I do need to go to sleep. But, trying to shiny hunt Larvitar. Ooh! An Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Where do you hunt for that in that game? Is that one of the SOS methods that you have to do? Or are you like breeding for it? I don't remember where you can get Larvitar. Or is it in a randomizer? Girlfriend had to work and you've been sick all day? No, that sounds awful. Do an SOS in Diglett's Tunnel. Oh, yeah, that's right. You can encounter it there. I totally forgot. Well, hopefully the hunt goes well. Joker, I'm sorry you're not feeling well, dude. Currently over 4 hours into the SOS chain. That's some dedication. Is that with or without charm? Also, side tangent. We want to get a little crazy tonight. I got some soju. We could do like soju shots. You guys know I don't drink a lot on stream, but we got soju today for Easter. And I'm the only person that's been drinking it today, and I kind of want to finish this bottle. I've had 2 bottles already earlier today. Well, I say I've had 2 bottles. It was spread out over the course of like, what time is it right now? It's been spread out over the course of like 6 hours. Watch Waffle Day, he finished his trash Nuzlocke. Wait, he finished his trash... What's a trash Nuzlocke? Is that like a new Nuzlocke variant where you like only use shitty Pokemon? Or you only use Garbodor? But yeah, I do need to sleep around 10:30, so... And besides, it's not like it's gonna do anything crazy. It takes a lot more than this much soju to make me feel anything, so... We'll be chilling. I'll probably be sipping on it every now and then. Only mons with low BST. I've never heard of that. That's cool. We might attempt that in the future. I do kind of want to bring back Nuzlocking. He couldn't use any Pokemon that base stats over 500, so he couldn't evolve some Pokemon. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I do kind of want I do want one of our days to be Let's Play days on stream. I do. I haven't decided what day I want it to fall on, but I do want one of our days to be Let's Play days for like a Pokemon Nuzlocke or something. Chat, what do we think is the play, by the way? Do you guys... Was he doing Ironmon? I don't know. I think at one point he was doing an Ironmon run through, but I doubt that the Trash Lock is the same thing as an Ironmon challenge. I did see... I need to see if the video is already posted, but apparently Chase, my homie Chase Seabad, he's been doing this not Radical Red, but he's been doing like a Ironmon challenge for Fire Red, and apparently he got a shiny Totodile for one of his runs. I don't know if it was like the starter that he chose or if he caught it and replaced his active mon with it or something, but I saw like a screenshot of it, so I don't even know if the video is posted yet. I just saw a screenshot on his Twitter. That's pretty lit, dude. That's pretty lit. Dude, I wish that I was able to continue the Ironmon run I did a while back when I got the shiny Bulbasaur. But I think it's because it was the second encounter in the route. that it wouldn't let me proceed. Yo, Skirp! Thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. You know what? Just for you, I'll take a little sippy poo. A little tiny sip of soju for your boy. Thank you for the prime. I appreciate that. And we'll bump up the sub goal. We'll count that. We're carrying the sub goal into next week. Just for this week because I've been so iffy on streams. Also, this week might be when it comes to streams. So my brother's going out of town, so I don't have to do any recording over, I think it's like this weekend and next weekend. So we'll probably be doing more streams just because I don't have to dedicate like 4 hours of my day to recording podcasts and driving around and all that kind of stuff. But Skirp, what's good? What's up? You know what I just realized too? I think we permanently lost Skirp, the shiny Celebi. Because I'm like 90% sure that I transferred it into Pokemon Bank and then sold the 3DS that Pokemon Bank was associated with. Because it was one of my capture cards. So I think we already talked about that in a previous stream actually, but I just thought about it today because my cousin was talking about Pokemon Home. And I was like, yeah, fun fact, I never set up Pokemon Home, so I never transferred anything out of Bank. And I got rid of my DSs, so... yeah. Rest in peace, shiny Celebi. Well, I'm sure we'll hunt it again at some point, though. Yeah, let's get some 07s in the chat. Rip pink Celebi. I wonder how that works, though, because, like, didn't the eShop get shut down? Is it even possible to get... the Virtual Console games anymore? Because now I feel like I don't have a way to shiny hunt it. Because I got rid of both of my 3DSs that had the Virtual Console on it. Because, like, we can't get Celebi in the base game, right? It was like a Virtual Console thing. Yeah, but if I jailbreak if I do like homebrewing, if I homebrew a 3DS, like, are the Pokebank servers still active? Like, would I be able to move it forward? Yeah? Oh, well. Do we know if there's a capture card out there for the 2DSs? Has there been any capture cards done for the 2DS? Because if there are any capture cards out there that are for the 2DS, I might try to see if I can have 2 of my 2DSs sent out to get capture cards installed. Bank is still active and able to transfer to home. Wife and I are already looking at it. Nice. Yeah, Joker. I mean, I'll try. I mean, actually, what we could do is I could try to see if I can find a 3DS system with a charger so I can charge it. Maybe Skirp is on a cartridge. Like, maybe I transferred it and it's on a 3DS game and it's not in Bank. If it is, then we're golden and I don't have to hunt for it again. But my guess is that it's still in home somewhere. Someone has a shiny Celebi. I know about capture card stuff. That's something I never touched. Yeah, I mean, I could have sworn I saw somebody have a 2DS capture card. You thought I moved into Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon? Then maybe I did. Maybe we're saved. Maybe we're saved. Let me see real quick. Actually, I mean, I have a 2DS on my shelf. I don't know if it's charged. If it is, we can just check right now. This is the one downside to selling off your collection. Sometimes you just forget shit and not realize. Doesn't look like this 2DS is charged, though, unfortunately. So, we'll have to check another time. This is the only 3DS/2DS that isn't still sealed in box or in a display case somewhere. Brizzle, what up? I'll have to check it another time, though. I have to find a 3DS charger so I can charge this thing. I don't know if I have one lying around. I probably do somewhere. But I guess that's what I get. Because after the hunt, we checked it out in a modder game. After that, I'm not sure if he moved him back. I wouldn't have moved him back. Is it in the reaction video? I'm curious now. I'm going to pull it up. Because I know for a fact that I wouldn't have moved him back. And I know I didn't reset any of my 3DS save files. So it would definitely still be on whatever game we moved him to if we did actually move them. So let me see. Celebi. Shiny Celebi reaction. Let's watch it and fast forward. Yeah, it's not in the shiny reaction. Let's see if it's in the YouTube VOD, though. Communicating with the Pokebank server. All right, so we're in Pokebank. Am I insane? Did we just forego, like, checking the shiny to see if we have it in game? Where the heck is it? Pokemon Transport. Oh, the good old days of being able to open up Pokemon packs. I'm just reminded because in this VOD, it like shows us opening up a pack of cards while we're going through some shinies. It wasn't transferred to our physical copy, so that's good. But what's weird... Let me check out my party Pokemon. I must have never transferred over... Yveltal. It's weird because like we for some reason like never show it. I'm not really sure why. Am I ever going to see it? I did send it to Ultramoon. Where did you see it in the VOD? Because I don't see it show up in my VOD. I only see like I transfer it, but I don't actually see it show up in my game. I don't know. We can find out later. So if I send it to my Ultramoon copy, then I'll be able to check it because I still have that. If I still have that shiny, then dude, hell yeah. We're saved. Bum 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 bum. Because I do have it would be cool because the two 2DSs that I have obviously the red one that I just showed you and the blue one that goes alongside with that, but I also have the transparent red and blue ones that they came out with when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were released. I don't even know. Are those expensive at all? Did they hold any value? Do we know if the transparent ones are worth anything? Let me see real quick. I know they did a release in Japan for like the red, blue, yellow, and green virtual consoles. Transparent 2DS. Let me see if I can filter this into new. I don't know. I did use the tool to move him. Yeah, I know. I saw that the Pokemon, like the Poke Transfer thing, was used. I just, when I fast forwarded it in the VOD, I didn't ever see it show up in the box. So I don't know if I just didn't open up that game and I opened up a different one. 2 hour and 8 minute mark. Mostly I want to say you did show him off at some point. But I think that was more so because I asked. I mean, either way, we probably showed him off at a different point in like a stream. We'll check the game when I have the time to charge the 3DS. I just need to find a charger. Because I don't have any of that stuff anymore. Like out and ready. Because whenever I sold the capture card, I sold it with a charger. Oh, maybe it was after the Azel font. Yeah, maybe. Dude, I remember those days, man. That was kind of... I miss those days. I kind of... As much as I shit on Usum, or Usum, however you want to pronounce it, I do kind of miss those games. It was a cool, like, initial experience of, like... It was the first time they tried something different outside of the regular 8 gym badge format. And I kind of respect it. We're also never gonna hit 5,000 today at the rate that we're going, so we should just forget about that, I think. Oh, chat, by the way, for any of you guys out there that just love good quality audio, then you know what I'm about to say is fucking crazy. So, Sennheiser. Have I got your attention? I just got a pair of Sennheiser HD 650s for $350. $350. Those are $600 headphones, guys. Those are $600 headphones. And to make it better, I didn't even pay $350 out of pocket. Because I have the Prime credit card that allows you to finance for 0% interest. So I got a pair of $600 headphones for $30 out of pocket. Absolute insanity. I mean, I have to pay $30 for the next 12 months, but it was way too good of a deal to pass up. I think they're still on sale, by the way, on Amazon. So if you guys are in the market for insane quality headphones, there's your little information plug. Most of the stuff I say is crazy. That's a wild sentence, Joker. Also, how's the music audio? Is it too quiet? At the beginning of the stream, I was messing with the audio levels, and I thought I made it something that was like okay, but now I'm thinking it's too quiet, so I might bump it up a tiny bit. There, I'm gonna leave it at that. Bum 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 bum. So not to immediately pivot into financial talk like we always do for some reason on stream, but I will say, if you have a good grasp on your finances and you're not like, you didn't even realize I was playing music. Okay, it's a good thing I bumped it up then. Because in my head, it sounds fine. But for whatever reason, when it comes through on stream, it doesn't come through on stream, I guess. Is it better now that I bumped it up a little bit, or is it still too quiet? Because I can bump it up again even more. I just don't want it to drown out my my voice, because then it just isn't balanced. Bump 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 bump. Me doing the wormhole hunting is what started you on your shiny journeys. Damn. Well, if that doesn't inspire me to get back into it, bro. I think it'd be cool to go back through Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, because I didn't really do much other than shiny hunting. I did like my initial playthrough. I think I tried to do like one randomizer, and that didn't go really well. I think we ended up losing that randomizer. You can barely hear it. Let me bump it up a tiny bit more. I don't want it to be too loud, but I'll raise it a tiny bit just in case, because you're probably not the only one. We'll go 15. Do 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 do. Ba-ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum, ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. Well, I don't know. If you guys celebrate Easter, how was your guys' Easter today? And if not, how was your Sunday? Hopefully it was chill. We had family come over. We ate our Ukrainian meal like we do every year. Need to return to Ultra Sun at some point to get some shinies, just because it was fun, but there are just so many games that have taken my time. I haven't gone back to anything Pokemon right now. Yeah, I kind of get that. I mean, I kind of get that, but the opposite. Pokemon's like the only thing that I play, unfortunately. I play Valorant like every now and then, but other than that, I'd say I play maybe like 2 hours of Fragpunk a week with my cousin, and then like maybe 5 games of Valorant total, which can range from anywhere from like 3 hours to 5 hours or 10 hours even, depending on how long some of the games go. And then other than that, it's really just Pokemon. That shiny owns him. Oh, shiny Rockruff SOS hunted a Noibat and female Salandit. Yo, happy non-holiday to you. Damn, that sounds like a successful day. That's awesome. Also, for those of you that like soju, if you haven't had passion fruit flavor, oh, so good, so good. Honestly, it might be in like my top 3 flavors now, because before it was lychee, plum, and grape. But actually green apple's up there too. So green apple might be up in my top 3 now. But passion fruit is so good. Distracted with Tamagotchi Life, Final Fantasy, and just in the backlog, I'll eventually go back to ZA. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I totally forgot. I was like the Eon Duo. Yeah, I forgot you can get the Eon Duo in the not the wormholes, whatever they're called in that game. The distortion world, distortion space, distortion places. Definitely successful. Rockruff was 47. Yo, actually, fun fact, Charles, I don't know if you know this or not. Rockruff, yo, it's been a long day. Rockruff was the very first shiny that I ever got on stream. Actually, wait, I may have just lied, but I don't think I did. I think Rockruff was my first shiny, but I also got shiny, Rowlet. So maybe shiny Rowlet came first, and then I got shiny Rockruff. I can't remember if I went back and like redid the starters in a different game after I had already played through, or if I did that as my initial playthrough. So it was either Rowlet or it was Rockruff. But I know for a fact that Rockruff was my first like wild encounter shiny in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. And it was the first one that was done on stream, because like that was the first, I think that was the first game that I streamed when I streamed on YouTube like 6 years ago or whenever it was. Girlfriend to drop off Egg that she painted to look like a Pokeball. That's so cute. Hello? You looked, Rockruff was the first? Hell yeah. I don't know what it is. I can't say Rockruff. That's like the only word that I stammer over. It's don't get it. Don't understand it. Just a cool blue doggo. It is based as an encounter. Yeah, Shiny Rockruff was sick. Oh, you know what it was, Skirp? I think what it was is that you know what? I think you're right. Because that was regular Sun and Moon, right? Was that regular Sun and Moon? Because I know I shiny hunted for Rowlet in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. So I might have streamed regular Sun and Moon and then shiny hunted for them in Usum. But I don't know. I don't know. Yo, Skirp's the GOAT. Bro's just double checking all the facts. Own tempo. I don't know if it was own tempo that I got though. It was just a regular Rockruff. Like I don't think I was going for any specific ability or anything. Yep, original Sun and Moon, and then Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon was the starters. Okay, cool, so that's what it was. Yeah, then Rockruff was definitely the first shiny that I ever got on stream. Because that was before Usum came out. Dude, my hair's looking good today, bro. Hair's looking good today, brother. Do you remember the second shiny? It was... I know Grubbin was pretty early. I don't think it was that early, though. Was it Pick-a-Peck? I feel like it had to have been something that was, like, early game, though. Cubone during the same stream. Oh, I got Cubone? Oh, shit, that's awesome. My child. That was also back when I was still Grim Marowak. I still find that so funny that Chase knew me without knowing me. Because he knew the name Grim Marowak, but he didn't know that that was me. Because then I rebranded to Grim Hoob when we met. So he knew of my existence, but he didn't know that I was Grim Marowak. I thought that was funny. Once Larvitar shines, I'll have a full shiny hunted team before Olivia. Damn. That's awesome. Also, dude, shoutouts to random coming back to the game luck. I opened up TCG Pocket for the first time since the last set came out. Like, not the most recent one, but like I opened it for the previous set like months and months ago. But I came back to it today because my cousin was playing it and he was over today for Easter, and I was like, you know what, I'll open it up, I'll see if I get anything cool. I bought a couple of 10 packs just because I was like, you know what, it's whatever, it's a new pack, like they got shiny Pokemon, maybe I get shiny Gengar and it's goated, right? Dude, I ripped a 10 pack that had the Crown Rare Arbivola or whatever the Pokemon's name is, and I also got the Full Art Iris and a Full Art Mega Scizor, all in one 10 pack. And then the 10 pack before that had the immersive... Actually, I got the immersive Mew on the very first free pack that I opened, not including any of the 10 packs. Like, the very first free pack that I opened of that set, I got the immersive Mew. Not the shiny Mew. I still want to get that. But the regular immersive Mew, I ended up pulling on the very first free pack that I had in the game for that set. And then I think I also had another 10 pack that I opened where I had 2 full arts in one pack. That was pretty sick. But yeah, so all in all, I think I spent like $50 on the game today just because I felt like you know, having a little bit of fun here and there. And walked away with, like, I think I got, like, a playset of full art Empoleons, a playset of Reveroom full arts, playset of Groudon full arts, playset of... There was one more. Why am I spacing? A playset of Lapras full arts from that set. And then I also got, like, 4 Mega Gengars, I think. Weird luck with gold rares. I didn't get them often, but I've gotten multiple of the only limited time one. Oh, really? Wait, you got the, shit, which one is that? Which one was the limited? Was it Mantike? Or was it, Klefki? I know there was, like, I know there was one that's, like, it was in one of the limited packs. Oh, the rare candy. That's what that... Dude, having multiple crown rare candies is honestly kind of sick. Because, like, now you just have a play set of them. That's dope. Yeah, I don't really play the game too much anymore, so I basically just, like, I go on every now and then just, like, buy a couple packs if I feel like it, just to, you know, have that little mini dopamine rush, and then I put it away until inevitably the next time I hang out with my cousin and he's playing it, so I hop on and rip a couple packs. I made content on it for a while, but I kind of just fell off because I physically could not keep up with the sets as they released. And now I'm way too far behind, so there's no way that I could make any, like, meta-relevant decks. I could probably get back into it just because of the people that I, like, my friends. They're, like, huge into the game. Like, my buddy Kenny is what I would describe as a whale in TCG Pocket. So I feel like if I were to get back into making content on that game, I could easily just ask him for a couple copies of cards, and he could send them. I don't think it'd be too big of a deal, but... Stop spending money since I don't battle. Yeah, the problem that I faced was that because I got into it for content, I started justifying purchases that I should not have been justifying. So, like, when I was making content on it, they were releasing new sets, like, once a month, if not sometimes twice a month, and I would drop $100 on the new set immediately just to get a video out. Like, I opened up 100 packs of blank set in TCG Pocket. So, like, I mean, within the, like, 4 months or whatever that I made content on it, I blew through, like, $400, if not even more, that wasn't made for content. And then I was like, I gotta stop doing this. So I just stopped playing it altogether. I traded off most of the cards that I have to my buddies that do play it. And now, just every now and then, I'll go back on. Like, when they brought back the... They still do once a month, too. Yeah, I know, it's still, like, once a month now that they release sets. But... when they brought back that, like, super limited time set, the celebrations or whatever, I went back on for the first... That was the last time that I played before today, was when they had the special set in the shop. I remember I was hanging out with all my homies, and we were sitting in a Buffalo Wild Wings, and they were like, you should get back into TCG Pocket. And I was like, you know what? I'll tell you what. If I open up this 10-pack and I get something crazy, maybe I'll get back into it. And I shit you not... the first pack, I pulled the full art Professor Oak from the special set, and then followed it up with, like, the full art, was it Lucamine? The evil, like, the evil villain lady from Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. I pulled the full art of that one, and then I also pulled Shiny Giratina. Out of, like, one 10-pack. And then I never got back into it. Yeah, special pack EX, yeah, thank you. And then I ended up trading the Professor Oak to my my cousin because he needed a second one. Bum, 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 bum. Yep. Oh. 2 Giratina, 2 Darkrai, 2 Rare Candy, 2 Oak. That's insane. Dude, imagine I just got the shinies on there and they were all named. Ah! All right, wait, you said go, before I pick the starter, go down, left, right, left, up, start A, and it'll be shiny. Sure, we'll try that. So what did you say I have to do? Let's see. You said down. Wait, no, hang on. Down, left, right, left, up, start, A. I mean, I can't really do A because it just goes in the bag. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Darn, no shiny. Yeah, honestly, I went back through my collection today and I was surprised. I mean, the amount of money that I've thrown at the game, the amount of crown rares that I haven't pulled is honestly a little criminal. I only pulled a crown rare Charizard out of like the first set, a crown rare Solgaleo, and then today I pulled the crown rare Arboliva or whatever the card's name is. I think it's crazy that those are the only three that I've pulled out of all of the money that I've thrown at the game. All right, 4,700. I don't think we're getting to 5K today, boys. I don't think we're doing it. I don't think we can do it today. One Zard, one Palkia, 2 rare candies. The 2 rare candies are honestly goated, though. I think if there's any crown rares I wish I had, it was rare candy and the Pokeball. I totally forgot that you can use pack points to exchange for crown rares. I don't know why I thought that those were like not included in the list. What do the crown rares cost for points? Because I'm curious now. Do 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 do. Let's see. Crowner, oh, it's 2,500 points. Double the second highest, yeah. Dude, they still haven't announced the winner of the art contest that I entered, and the Kickstarter ends like tomorrow morning. And like I want to back the Kickstarter. Like I want to back the Kickstarter, but I don't want to back the Kickstarter before I know whether or not I won or lost the contest. Like I think it's kind of like, I understand it might be from like a business perspective why they haven't announced it yet, but I also think it's kind of insane that they haven't announced the winners yet. It's almost like they're waiting so that even the people that entered the contest buy the Kickstarter. And like, honestly, part of me thinks that they're going to wait until after the Kickstarter ends altogether to announce the winners. And if that's the case, I like, dude, I don't want to spend $500 on a Kickstarter and then get an additional $500 worth of the Kickstarter rewards. Like, I don't want, like, I would much rather save the money if I'm going to be getting it. But like, if I know that I'm not going to be winning the contests, I would gladly back the Kickstarter. Because that just feels like a waste to me. I don't know. I find it weird that they haven't announced it yet. Like, I understood, like, maybe not doing it today because it's Easter, but at the same time, the contest ended on April 2nd, which means that they could have uploaded a video announcing the winner on Friday or on Saturday. Like, they had plenty of time to do it before Easter happened. Like, if that was their reason. All right, I think after this reset, we're going to do one Squirtle reset. Just to test our luck. Have to open 500 packs? Yeah. That's crazy. All right, let's do a little test. Let's do a little Squirtle reset here. I really hope we don't get it, but who knows? Dude, imagine we get double. Imagine we get double Squirtle right now. I think I cry. I think I cry if that happens. Oh, thank God. And just for the record, I wouldn't be upset with one Squirtle. I would be upset with two Squirtles. Because I don't necessarily want to shiny hunt the same legendary dog twice. And for those of you that don't know, you probably do. But just in case you don't, just for the people that don't, I'm going to say it. The legendary dog trio that shows up in your post game in this game depends on which starter you choose. It's like the opposite typing. So like if you choose Bulbasaur, you get Entei. If you choose Charmander, you get Suicune. If you choose Squirtle, you get Raikou. And I would not want to get two of the same shiny, because that means I'm locked into the two of the same starters, which means that I'll get two of the same legendary trio. And for hunting purposes, that's not very efficient. Same as legendary birds in X and Y. That's true. That's true. I honestly forgot about that. I forgot about that. Over odds for the first time in my SOS shiny HUDs. Damn. If this is the first time you win over odds, that's honestly kind of crazy. You've had really, really, really good luck so far. Up until this point, obviously. decent luck. First two I did still go over 200 encounters, which is close to odds, but still. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but still. Back with medicine and food. Hell yeah, welcome back, Joker. Means that you can't. Oh, yeah, that's true. I think I tried hunting for Zorua for a little bit with SOS method back in the day. Because I remember that. Excuse me. Hunted Zoro on my old 3DS, but I didn't feel like doing it again, even if it makes Ultra Necrozma easier. Yeah. Dude, I remember Ultra Necrozma. Ultra Necrozma was something else, man. Alright, Soju is gone officially. That would have been crazy. If Bulbasaur decided to show up, then I would have named it Soju. Zoroark disguised as a fighting type, so it spams psychic moves. Yeah, that's very smart. Very smart indeed. Redbeard, what up? Come on out, how you doing today? If you celebrate Easter, how was your Easter? If not, how was your Sunday? Do, bing, bing, bing. Dude, also, you need to understand what's happening on the right of my screen. So I have two games running at the same time. Top is Leaf Green, bottom is Fire Red. And they are currently both shiny hunting for the starters. The top is going for Bulbasaur, bottom is going for Charmander. We have a current combined 4,744 encounters. We're just trying to make these Pokemon slightly different color. So if we're successful, Bulbasaur will be a greener green, and Charmander will be a gold color instead of orange. Joker, you still think Charmander will show up first? Honestly, I think Charmander will show up first just to spite me, because the game and the universe knows that I want Bulbasaur first. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. I do want, first off, we are going to bring Nuzlocke back. To what capacity, I'm not sure. But I do want to bring them back. And then second, I do plan on doing a sleep block for my birthday. So, do with that information what you guys will. But I do plan on doing something kind of crazy for my birthday. What'll it be? I don't know. I don't know. Not gonna lie, I was just typing something about bringing back Nuzlocke. That's funny. Yeah, no, I was talking to Matt earlier today. Matt wants to get back into Pokemon content. And honestly, when I was doing Nuzlocke and stuff in the heyday, like back when early YouTube, the stuff that I did with Matt was probably my favorite content that I put out. So if he's coming back to Pokemon, maybe we'll do some collaborative projects here and there if he actually does come back. And if not, I do kind of miss Nuzlocke, so I think we're gonna do them at least once a week. I haven't decided what day I want to bring them back on, whether it's gonna be, it probably will be Saturday, because Saturday is gonna be our like longer stream days, because those are the days that I'm typically most free. Yeah. Perfect way to come back to Let's Play a Soul Link. Honestly, if we do come back and we do a collaborative project, we might do something a little different. But I would be totally down for a Nuzlocke between us two. Miss the Nuzlocke era of Pokemon content? Well, Brizzle, we back, baby. We back, baby. Oh, Brizzle, you'll probably be happy to hear that. Then, yeah, Matadillo might be resurfacing. I had like an hour-long FaceTime with him earlier today. But yeah, I mean, I could definitely see us doing a Nuzlocke. For those of you that don't know, like, the kind of content that we did way back in the day, I don't know how it would go about, if we would do it as a stream content, or if we would do it as like a recorded content thing. But what we did in the past, we only did one of them, but it was honestly one of my favorite like YouTube content series that we did. We made up our own version of a Nuzlocke, like a collaborative style versus type Nuzlocke. That was it was called the Reality Lock. If you guys want to check it out, you guys can still watch it. I think the videos are still public. At least my half is. I think Matt said that he privated some of his videos. But the Reality Lock might still be public. I don't know. But if not, my half still is. My half still should be. But the idea that we had in that show was that, or like in that series, which part of the reason why I want to bring it back is that there's way more community focus on YouTube now than there was before. But each episode, we would end with he chooses 3 Pokemon, I choose 3 Pokemon, or something like that. And then out of those 3 Pokemon that each of us chose, the community would vote one person from, like, one Pokemon from each team and vote them off the island. Like it was a reality show. Like that was the content that we tried when we did like a collaborative project. I think it could be really cool if we bring it back. Plus it's just huge on the community aspect. So I don't know if we would do it as a streamed series, or I don't even know if Matt wants to come back to recorded content. We kind of discussed it earlier. He's not sure about that. He's not even sure if he's going to come back to Pokemon in general for streaming. But I do think that if we do end up doing recorded content, I think it would be huge to bring back the reality lock. And maybe what we would do is we would make them longer episodes, and we would break up each of the episodes with benchmarks of like gym leader fights, so that after each gym leader, a Pokemon can get voted off. That way it's not like every episode. Because I feel like if we just dick around for like 30 minutes and then we go, hey guys, vote for a teammate to get removed, there's like no benefit to either side, and like we're just wasting time. So I feel like if we were to bring it back, the series would probably be more concise. Like it would probably be shrunk down into less episodes, but each episode would be like jam-packed with stuff. So like, let's say you doing a Nuzlocke, but chat picks the rules. Yeah, I do remember. I forgot what the lock was called, but yeah, it was something like that, where like every episode you guys choose a rule for that episode or something, which I think is pretty cool. Yo, Raw, welcome back. How you doing? I don't know if you celebrate Easter, but if you do, how was your Easter? And if you don't, how was your Sunday? But yeah, so I think bringing back the reality lock, as much as I think that like with the idea of the series itself makes sense for it to be streamed, I also think that having it be pre-recorded is more kin to the idea of it being a reality show. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, you know how like, and I don't watch it all the time, right? But I've seen a couple episodes of like Love Island. You know how in those shows, when voting comes around, they like give you a week to submit your votes on your phone? I feel like that would be like perfect for the reality lock if we were to bring it back. Just have like, maybe we drop one episode a week. And since it's like, we have like the whole collaborative tag thing now, or maybe we split it up into 2 episodes a week. We do one episode that's not voting, and then like the Saturday episode you would vote, or something like that. Obviously, we haven't figured it out. We don't know if Matt's coming back for sure or not. He's got to decide. But I do think it'd be really cool if we were to bring back the reality lock, because that was probably like, in terms of Nuzlocke content, that was probably my peak. That was my personal peak. I think I enjoyed doing those more than I enjoyed doing Soul Links. But yeah, a chat lock could be really cool too. Ba-doo. 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 Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-doo. Ba-doo. Do-do-do. Got my overlay working. Posted a test short of what it looks like. Hell yeah, dude. That's what's up. But yeah, no, it was kind of cool because the what we did in the reality lock as well was we gave ourselves items. I think we used Poffins. Because that was also like that time and place, like Poffins were still kind of like a relevant Pokemon item, but we would also, at the beginning of each of our runs, we would give ourselves, like, I think it was, did you get your submission done for the art challenge? Yes, I did, Raw, actually, here. I think I still have it on screen. So this is what I ended up submitting for that art challenge. He still hasn't selected a winner, which is kind of, we were talking about that earlier. It's kind of that he hasn't chosen a winner yet, because the Kickstarter campaign ends tomorrow, and like it ends tomorrow morning, and I wanted to know if I won before I backed the Kickstarter, because I don't want to spend $500 to get product if I'm going to get the exact amount of product for free from winning the contest. I want to back the Kickstarter if I know that I didn't win. So I'm hoping that they post some sort of video or send out some sort of email like a couple of hours before the Kickstarter campaign ends. I literally have an alarm on my phone right now that is going to go off in 10 hours to remind me to check, because that's like 2 hours before the campaign ends in like that 10-hour mark. So like I don't want to, like, I really want to back the Kickstarter. I'm a huge supporter of 1000. I love what he does. I love his art, and I love TCGs, and I think what he designed was really cool, and I want to back it. But at the same time, if I'm able to get the product without spending money, as someone who's in the position where he needs to save money, I would much rather not have to spend $500. So we'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, no, so that's what I ended up submitting. I think it came out great. I think within the time constraints that I had, what I came up with was really cool. And in comparison to the other art that I've seen submitted, I will say it's going to be a really tough contest, because dude, some of the cards that people submitted for this contest are genuinely breathtaking. But I also think it's either going to be a detriment to my art, or it's going to be a benefit to my art. But the style that I chose is so out there as opposed to the other art that's been submitted. And it also doesn't showcase everything as much as other people's art does. So like my design more so focuses on like the concept behind the card, whereas everybody else's submissions focus on the creature that's on the card. So like mine, you can really only see the face of the creature and the hand of the creature, and everything else is kind of hidden and abstract and like hidden behind a lot of symbolism and stuff. And a lot of other submissions were like full body designs of the creature. So it's either going to be a benefit to me because I'll stand out, or it'll be a detriment because I didn't show enough of the creature for the game's needs. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do think regardless if I win or not, I am proud of what I put out. So that's really all that matters. Winning is just a bonus at that point. But I do think for the time constraints that I have, I came up with something really sick. And on top of that, I designed the entire thing and drew the entire thing in a car on my iPad. So, I mean, pretty good if you ask me. But yeah, so that was what I was focusing on pretty much like all of last weekend. This upcoming week though, we're going back to 3 streams a week. We'll be live Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And we'll probably be live more on Saturday now for the next 2 weeks or so, because my brother's going to be out of town, so we don't have any recording to do for the podcast. So I don't have to like be out of the house until 4 p.m. on Saturday like I normally am. So hopefully we'll be able to stream earlier and later on the next couple of Saturdays. I think, let's see, what days? Let's see. So should be able to just this next weekend, I think. Because I think he comes back the 17th and we're gonna have to record on the 18th. So, but next weekend at least. So I guess it's not the next couple of weekends, it's next weekend. Oh, guys. Dude, I came up with a sick idea for the next painting that I'm going to do that I'm hopefully going to start on Tuesday. So the idea that I have is that, so you know how sometimes you see cars and actually I might have talked about this in stream yesterday, but I don't remember. So the you know how on cars sometimes you see things that are called ghost flames or ghost paint jobs, where like the car is painted a specific color and then it has designs painted on the car that are a very similar color that you only notice in certain like light reflections. Like the light either brings out the darkness in the paint or the lightness in the paint, and like you can only see it at certain vantage points, like viewpoints. So this painting that I'm doing is going to be completely blacked out, right? It's going to be a completely blacked out canvas with black acrylic paint. The designs that I'm going to be painting on top of it, I'm painting with like the black 4.0, the Vanta black paint, which absorbs more light than the other black. So I'm hoping that this painting is going to be like an illusionary type painting where depending on what angle you're looking at the painting, you either see the designs or you don't see the designs. And I think I think it's going to be really cool. It'll be a pretty cool like optical illusion type painting. I feel like I might have briefly talked about it in the last stream, but not to like super detail. But yeah, I feel like that'll be pretty sick. Said I have to go to work tomorrow, but like money, yo, that is my constant day to day, bro. That is my everyday. I could be like, you know what? I could just not wake up tomorrow. If I, dude, I like money would be nice, but like, you know, my bed, sleeping an extra 10 hours sounds lit. But then I go, hey, you have bills. Dude, honestly, if it wasn't so last minute, I should really think about these things. I need to start thinking about taking PTO at proper times, right? Like there was no reason for me not to take PTO tomorrow. Like I have a bunch stored up. I have no reason to use it otherwise. I see we still haven't gotten the shinies. No, Jono, we unfortunately have not gotten the shinies yet. We have, however, started discussing potentially bringing back Let's Plays. I'm gonna try to set up a solo Let's Play to get started next weekend. I don't know exactly what we'll do yet, but I do kind of want to. on work days where I have the day off tomorrow, I'll end up sleeping for like 12 hours. Yeah, dude. I love the days where you can just like sleep in. The unfortunate thing for me though is that so a couple of things. I have a hard time sleeping, so it takes me forever to fall asleep typically. And then either I fall asleep like really late, and so like either I fall asleep really late and I have to wake up really early for work, or I fall asleep really late and then my body forces me out of bed by like no later than 11. Excuse me. I don't know what it is. My body, like, regardless of an alarm, regardless of whatever, like if I stayed up until like 5 a.m. and I went to bed and I could sleep in that day, my body would not let me sleep any later than like 11, maybe noon at the latest. But like I physically cannot sleep in the afternoon. I don't know why. Like even if I'm already asleep, my body will wake up and then prevent me from taking naps until I go to bed the like following night. I've slowly been getting better at going to bed at a proper hour, but it rarely happens, even if I am quote unquote good about it. I don't really know why. Should do another color change let's play. Shush, that was my plan. Shush. Boom, 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 boom. Do 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 do. Yo, active defense coming in with a 47-month streak, brother. Oh my god. 47 months is crazy, and thank you for the sub. Add that to next week's sub goal, since this week was kind of a shit show. Watch the whole series you had of the first one on TikTok last night. Dude, that's one thing that I love about, and I'm honestly might go back to uploading TikToks. That was one of my favorite parts about the whole TikTok series, is that it condenses a whole series into like a very digestible hour. And you can just sit there and watch the entire thing within like an hour and be set. Dude, active, you are 1 month away from a 4-year streak. 4 years. What's even funnier, I think I can count on 2 hands how many times you've actually spoken in chat. I think I can count on 2 hands. Out of 4 years, I think I can count on 2 hands how many times you've talked in chat. Yo, but thank you. That's awesome, dude. Almost hitting a 4-year sub streak is crazy, especially knowing me. Dude, you know that's dedication when you have almost a 4-year sub streak going, and I did like maybe at most 30 streams last year. And that's being generous. I think it was way lower than that. So thank you for the support. Truly. I love that other badge that you have next to your name, by the way. It looks like such a derpy, like, off-brand ditto, and I love it. 2 more streams and you hit a 60 stream streak. That's also crazy. Yo, y'all are so dedicated. Crazy. Why do I keep adjusting my microphone? What am I doing? Still haven't found your shiny Larvitar. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I also haven't found my shinies. So I think you'll probably still get it before me. More dedicated than the streamer, that's true. Is this what loyalty is like? Truly though, that is genuinely crazy. The loyalty joke is insane, but yeah, you guys are absurd. You guys are crazy. Hope to find it before my stream ends. Well, I guess that just means that I can't end my stream until you find it. That being said, I do actually have to end stream in like 45 minutes. Because your boy does need to sleep because he has work tomorrow. Should you see who your longest is? Sure. Dude, the longest sub streak that I had, I think was for A Drive, like a while ago. I don't remember exactly how long it was because I've since broken the streak, but I feel like I went like 10 years or something like that without breaking my sub streak. But yeah, that loyalty joke was insane. I know exactly what loyalty is like. But dude, I saw this was the funniest thing I think I've seen on a dating profile. So I have some dating apps like downloaded. I don't really use them because I'm not really like if something happens then sure, but I'm not going out of my way to like seek a relationship right now. This is just besides the point. I don't even need to be saying any of this, but I saw the funniest thing in a profile. She had it listed. She goes, "So loyal, I would swallow an air tag." That's crazy. That is crazy. That made me chuckle. That made me laugh pretty hard. Matt, I'll make an exception. Matt, how's it going, man? We were just talking about you, ironically enough. It sounds like people want the reality lock to come back. Sounds like people want the reality lock to come back. We might just give the people what they want. I personally, Matt, I think what we should do, right? We should have videos rotate on each channel, right? Because we have the collaborative feature, so it'll still show up on both, but we should still rotate like what video goes to what channel. We should do 2 episodes a week. We should do 1 episode where nothing voting happens and it's just storyline stuff. And then we should have another episode where at the end of the video, we set up for people to vote. And then we give them X amount of days to decide like when the next Pokemon gets voted off the island or something. Like, I think we should, before we bring it back, so, like, chat, we're talking about this right now. We're probably not bringing it back immediately. We should really, really fine-tune and polish the rules before we bring it back. Because I think when we did it before, we had an amazing concept, but we didn't, like, fine-tune all of the rules. I think we should fine-tune everything before we bring it back full force. Oh, wow. Jukebox 360 at 107 months. Summit 1G at 101. And Lupo and Tim the Tatman will be longer, but they left Twitch for YouTube. Yeah. That's true, they did. No, I thought... Yeah, Matt. When we came up with it, it was sick. But now that we've watched Love Island, I think we have it in the bag, bro. I'm assuming you've seen Love Island. I haven't watched the entire season. That was a joke. I have seen a couple episodes though. I do think that we could come back and like, dude, we could drop the most fire Nuzlocke variant known to man. You've dabbled? Yeah, I have too. I've dabbled too. Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, playing through Nuzlocke too many types would be awesome. That game was sick. I haven't played it, but I've seen people play it. Matt, did you decide on what your first returning Pokemon-esque playthrough is going to be? Visual Boy or the other one? Me, so as of right now, I use MGBA. I think the visuals are like more clear. But Visual Boy Advance is what I used for years. Right now, I just happen to use MGBA. So, both are perfect, though. Either one is goated. Just want to use Glomp, don't you? What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Nuzlocke Pokemon Infinite Fusion and chat picks the 2 Pokemon you fuse. That could be pretty fun. Bum 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 bum. Oh, it's a furry. That's in too many types. Yeah, no, I know nothing about that. I know nothing about that. That's funny. Gonna do a playthrough of sorts, probably a Nuzzy. All right, well, you guys heard it here first. Go follow Matadillo on YouTube. Because I think if I remember correctly, Matt said that Pokemon would be YouTube exclusive, kind of, and then Nuzlocke, and then anything other than that will be on his Scaredy Matt like Twitch account. As far as I'm aware, maybe he's bringing it back to Twitch as well, but I'm pretty sure for right now it's going to be YouTube exclusive. So go follow him on YouTube. Matt, do you have your custom URL, or do you still, or is it? Actually, Matt, you should check on your channel. You should make sure that you grab the handle for Matadillo if nobody's taken it already. Because they kind of changed how the YouTube URLs are, how they work. Like, your ad in chat says @Matadillo, but that doesn't necessarily mean that your channel's @ is Matadillo. It looks like your @ is Matadillo, though, so I think you're fine. I think you're chilling. I believe you're chilling. Yeah. Do. Matt, I can't remember. Did you ever do a sleep lock? I feel like I remember you doing at least one, like way back in the day. Excuse me, that was gross. Gaming setups are expensive? Not really. I mean, you can, like... No, Matt, you definitely did a sleep lock. Yeah, the platinum sleep lock. Yeah, I remember. But Charles, I feel like that's a lot of people don't really know or like don't really understand that, like, I feel like people are intimidated to start YouTube channels now because people that are content creators have like these insanely expensive setups and expensive microphones and all that stuff. Dude, I started my YouTube channel on my at the time college laptop inside of my closet because I didn't have room for any other like desk setup. And it was a super cheap, like, $40 desk from, like, some cheap furniture store. Like, you really don't have to have this massive setup when you start off. You really don't. Well, yeah, all I'm saying is you don't even need a gaming setup. Like, you really don't. Do you guys want me to go through and play? Actually, this could be really funny just for stream's sake. This could be hilarious for stream's sake alone. Let me go find this video. Let me go find it. We're gonna go through a YouTube, what's it called? What's the thing? A time capsule. We're gonna go through a time capsule. Let me go to my channel. I'll show you guys exactly how my YouTube... This is exactly bar for bar, word for word, how my YouTube channel started. You guys ready? All right, we're gonna turn on... let me go ahead and try to reset the scale on this thing. Okay, let me... Wait, where can I pause my music? Pause, okay. So this is where my YouTube channel started, all right? And I'm just going to fast forward until the end so you guys can see my little intro moment of my first video. This actually happened in the very first take of me doing this, all right? You guys ready? This is about to be so embarrassing for me. How's it going, YouTube? This is the first video that's being posted to my channel. Of many, I hope. My name is Graham Marowak. It's not my real name. My real name is Chandler, but if you guys want to call me Graham, that's cool with me. Before I start anything, if you guys hear a weird like that in the middle of my videos, that's my chair. It's literal garbage. It's not literal garbage, but it's Oh my god, I'm lightheaded, dude. I forgot how funny that was, dude. That's so fucking hilarious, dude. Oh my god, dude. Yeah. I totally forgot that it was that funny. Oh my god, I haven't watched that video in years. I'm sweating, dude. Holy shit. That's so funny. Oh my god. But yeah, proof is in the pudding. You don't need a crazy setup, dude. I mean, it was like a secondhand Razer headset that I got, a $30 webcam, and very obviously a super shitty desk chair. That's so funny, dude. Oh my god. I want to watch it again just for myself. Hang on. It's so funny, dude. Like, it's not literal garbage, but... The timing on it is so good. I just go, it's not literal garbage. It's just... Dude, the fact that that happened in legitimately the first take of my entire YouTube channel. That literally happened the very first time I tried to record. Dude, that was so fucking funny. Oh my god. Ugh. And I look so awkward. Like, I'm so awkward. Also, babyface grim. Ugh. But dude, that's so funny. So funny, dude. Oh. Where's my music? Got a laptop from Aaron's, monster capture card, and a $15 mic. Yeah, exactly. See, you don't need like a crazy setup to start. You just need the passion. You need the drive. That's all you need. You don't need anything other than passion, bro. I mean, like early days of YouTube, dude, people recorded their shiny reactions just on their phone and uploaded them that way. Like, I feel like the state that content creation is in right now just creates this unintentional sense of like intimidation. Like, obviously content creators don't intend on intimidating people from becoming content creators. It's just a, you know, it's just a natural feeling that people feel when they're just like, damn, these people have like insane setups and I need the insane setup to be successful. You don't need an insane, you don't even need a webcam. Like, you literally don't. You can just like, you could record your gameplay, right? You could do this if you wanted to. If you really wanted to go like super low tech and you didn't even care about mic quality, just get a laptop that can record your gameplay screen and nothing else. Record your audio on like a voice memo on your phone and then send the voice memo to your computer and then use like DaVinci Resolve, which is an insanely easy to use and free video software, and then just bang out a video and upload it that way. Besides, nowadays, the microphones on your phone are honestly pretty good. Like, even if you add like just a tiny little like after tweaks like in video editing and like you add like a condenser or whatever in post, dude, like you really don't need a huge setup. I feel like it's just this thing that, and I'm included. Like, I'm included in this because I bought things and I have things that I don't need. Like, I don't need a Shure SM7B. I don't need to buy $600 headphones. I'm very excited that they're going to be in tomorrow, but I don't need them, right? There's no need for me to have any of this. Like, my room could be completely empty right now, and it would have the same effect as if it had all this shit on the shelves. Like, none of it matters. None of this matters. It's just you doing what you want to do, and doing it because you love doing it. And that's really all there is to it. It's kind of like with the whole artist contest thing that I entered. Would winning be cool? Yeah. But at the same time, winning at this point is just a bonus because I enjoyed making the artwork that I made, and I'm proud of the artwork that I made because I had the passion behind it. Yeah, we're most definitely not hitting 5K tonight. we are almost certainly not hitting 5,000 encounters tonight. The other thing that I feel like people, and I am also included in this as well, people that get into content creation, I feel like, regardless of their intentions of getting into content creation, their perception ends up changing, and they start getting like dissuaded, or whatever the word is, like decentivized to make content if they don't reap any benefits from it. I think if you're going into content creation with the ideology that you'll make money, you shouldn't go into content creation. You really should go into content creation if you really just care about it as a hobby. Like, you guys sub and send like gift members and all that kind of stuff, and that's amazing. But I don't expect any of that ever, and I don't rely on this income. Like, I have a full-time job outside of this, so I'm able to do this as a hobby and not really care. And me saying that I don't really care, that's not me saying that I don't care about you guys supporting me. What I'm saying is that, like, you guys supporting me is amazing and I really appreciate it, but it isn't my bottom line, and it isn't something that I need. And I think a lot of people go into content creation with this outlook of, I'm going to do this just because it'll make a huge amount of money, or like, it's, it genuinely is probably, I'm not going to say it's the most difficult job in the world. What I will say is that early on, it's probably one of the most difficult to be successful at as a job. It's by far not a difficult job long term. It's probably, honestly, it's probably one of the easiest jobs that anybody could ever have, being a content creator, if you're successful at it. But being able to dedicate the hours and the time needed to make it that kind of career, that definitely is difficult. Yeah, Chase. Wait, I shouldn't go into it thinking I'm going to make fat stacks? Damn it. my setup for a budget build. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, see, exactly. That's all you need. That's literally all you need. Wait, actually, I didn't know. Wait, you can use... Wait, hang on. Do you have a modded Switch Lite that allows you to use it as a capture card, or does that just happen natively? Because I didn't think you could use... I didn't think you could capture a Switch Lite. I'll make myself a deal. If I find shiny before your stream ends, I'll look into learning more about streaming sooner. Still end your stream on the time that you need to sleep. Sounds good. No, you were trying it, but it doesn't work. I was gonna say, dude, that's... Dude, if that worked, that's clutch. I was gonna set that shit up. At first, I was like, there's no way. That's crazy. I think there is someone that made, like, custom firmware and, like, a custom dock that would allow you to do that. But I don't think, like, officially you can do that on a Switch Lite. Grimmel started triple. Yeah, dude, I was about to crack open my my Sword and Shield limited edition Switch Lite just to do that. That would have been so funny. Where am I downloading my M's from? I don't know what you're talking about, Matt, because you can't do that. You can't download that kind of stuff. You gotta rip it from your own. You gotta rip it from your own. You gotta rip it from your own hardware. You can't download that stuff online. That's not good. That's not a good thing to do. Definitely not a good thing to do. Definitely not. I'll text you, Matt. You can't breathe? Why can't you breathe, bro? Exactly. These are screen shares. Well, these are my switches. These are my switches. What the hell? Hang on. My phone logged me out of all my email accounts. I don't know why. There we go. Wait, was that you guys are so funny. Do. Posture check in check, Joker. I got you. Actually, I just thought about this too. It's gonna be a sad day when I start wearing over-ear headphones, chat. My hair is never gonna look this gorgeous on stream again. First world problems, I know. Oh well, might as well go bald. It does look fabulous. Well, thank you, Chase. Yo, Chase, were you here when we watched my first ever YouTube video? I'm gonna be dent maxing, dude. That's so funny. Yo, Chase, we watched my first YouTube video, and we skipped to the end. Here, actually, wait. Let me just see. Like, I'll just put it up again. I'll just put it up again. Who cares? Who cares? I'll just put it up again. Who cares? Who cares? I'll just put it up again. That's fine. That's fine. Let me go to it. Let me pause the music real quick. Just so Chase can experience the glory that is whatever this is. It's not literal garbage, but it's I still find it so funny that in my first ever YouTube video, I was like, yeah, sorry about the loud chair. It's kind of a piece of shit. And then it just collapses underneath my weight. Oh, dude, so good. Yeah, not only babyface Grim, but young and thin babyface Grim. That was I just started recording that series. I think I started my YouTube channel right after I got back from my my summer as a camp counselor, and I was outside for like 12 hours a day, all day, like running around. I lost a shit ton of weight that year. You spent $50 just for a buzz cut? Yeah, I'm very glad I don't have to pay to get my hair cut. That shit is expensive. Dude, take me back to when I was thin. You got kicked out of camp? That's crazy. Your first message was even wilder, so I'm glad that you corrected what you meant. Excuse me. Dude, I remember I went, so my mom used to be a hairdresser. That was her job for a while. So she cuts my hair whenever I do want my hair to be cut or whatever. So I don't have to pay for that, right? I did just because like I wanted to try something different or whatever. I went to a salon, paid like $50 something to have my hair cut, and I came home and I was like, you could have done this better for free. I'm sorry. Paid $20 for the hot barber lady to cut off 2.5 feet of hair. Damn, dude. Babyface Grim again win. I'll tell you guys what. I'll come up with some number, some monetary amount during the sleep lock that we'll have her on my birthday, and if we hit it, I will shave my face on stream. It will be astronomical, though. I'm not allowed to go face bald again. Chase. But what if I get paid enough money? What if I get paid enough money, bro? That is legitimately the only way that I will ever shave my face again. I literally will refuse. I refuse to shave my face unless I'm getting paid for it. Because that one time that I just watched the video playback on the YouTube stream because it's delayed on Studio. That's so funny. Because the one time that I accidentally shaved my beard, you guys bullied me into oblivion for like 2 weeks. So that that will never happen again. That will literally never happen again. And when I say it's gonna cost you guys, it's gonna fucking cost you. I don't really care. I don't care if we hit the goal. I would prefer if we didn't hit the goal, actually. So I'm gonna make it such an astronomically high number that it doesn't really matter because you're never gonna hit it. Got it? Got it? Dude, if I set a goal to dye my hair pink and made the goal explicitly state one person has to donate $1,000, you know that I can put some cruel numbers up. And for whatever fucking reason, you guys actually made me dye my hair pink. So y'all better not make me shave. Chase, the number to shave my face is high. It will be high. I'm talking astronomical. Yeah, Chase will... the number that I have in my head, Chase will not do it for the love of the game. Chase will not do it for the love of the game. I can guarantee you he would not. Chase, I won't. No, you're right. I won't. But you can't speak for the... Dude, I guarantee you... guys, if you hit the number that I'm thinking of in my head to shave my beard, I would genuinely be surprised. I would genuinely be surprised if you guys actually hit it. Because it is... I do not want to shave my beard. Yeah, you're right, Chase. At least. It will not be hit. I can guarantee you that on my birthday, for the sleep lock, that number will not be shown on screen. That number will not be shown. Y'all don't understand. I hate the way that I look without facial hair. And I'm not even just saying that from like a content perspective of like, oh my god, I wake up in the morning and almost vomit when I see myself in a mirror without a beard. And that is not a joke. And when I shaved accidentally last time, I woke up the next morning and jump scared myself in the bathroom because I forgot that I didn't have a beard. Like, and not jump scare like, oh, it was awful. I hate the way that I look without a beard. The lowest that I will ever trim my beard is a 3. And every time I do that, I think it's an accident. I genuinely despise the way that I look without a beard. Maybe that'll be different when I lose 80 pounds and, like, you know, I'm a little bit more like in shape up here. It's not as round, but even then I can guarantee you I'm going to be keeping the beard. And honestly, after cutting my hair, after growing it out for so long, I think I'm kind of meant to just rock the 80s rocker vibes, dude. You also have a beard like me, and if you shave, you also double take? Yeah. I think it's just... well, honestly, I think it's normal for everybody that if you always have a beard and then randomly decide to shave it off, when you go double take in the mirror, it's like a shock. But for me, it's like a visceral reaction. Like, I genuinely despise the way that I look without a beard. And I'm not just saying that for, like, the sake of... I fucks with the middle part rocker vibe. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Now all I need to learn, all I need to do is figure out how to, dude, I've got like the semi-patchy, semi-thick beard thing going on with like a somewhat connecting mustache. I've got really bushy eyebrows and I've got the long flowing hair. All I need to do is learn how to do scream vocals and you know, I can just, you know, just fucking rock out for the rest of my life. Literally, it's one step left. Just the fried vocals singing portion. Imagine being able to grow a beard, though. Yeah. I will say though, I think people that can grow a beard need to grow a beard, and people that can't grow beards don't need them. Put the link to Discord in the YouTube chat. Oh shit, here, let me post it real quick. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. You see, invite to server. Set to never. And then we'll generate the new link and we'll copy it. There we go. There's the link to the server. I apologize. I need to set up Nightbot to have the link in there. I just haven't. I don't know why I don't have Nightbot hooked up to YouTube. It's only on Twitch's side of things. All right, what time is it? What time is it? 10:20. You know what, chat? You know what, chat? We'll push to 5K. I'll go the extra half hour and a little bit of change just so we end on the 5K flat. I was gonna end at 4,900, but I think it's okay if I will be able to fall asleep tonight at 11 o'clock. So we'll push just a little bit further to hit that 5K mark, because I don't like the fact that we ended last stream on 4,600. I like ending on flat 1,000 marks. Well, I mean, Joker, we just played the video on stream. Like he's seen me without a beard. He's seen you without a beard. But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying. I think people that can grow beards should grow beards, but people that can't grow beards don't need it. I feel like people that can't grow beards have the facial structure that don't require beards. But the people that can grow beards have a facial structure that require beards. If you know, you know. Because I feel like every person that has a beard hates the way they look if they don't have a beard. But people that don't have beards, they look fine. Like they look awesome. Like, I mean, Chase, you're a good looking dude. You don't need a beard. I need a beard to hide my shit. Because if I don't have a beard, my neck looks like I look like a fucking frog. Wow, 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 wow. You were talking about the babyface grim. Yeah, no, I know. Without a beard, you cannot tell where your chin and your neck connect. Yeah, exactly. For me, it's just like, whomp. It's just a flat line. Dude, could you imagine if I learned how to, like, fry scream? Like, do deep, guttural, like, false chord vocals. And I've already got this, like, silky, long rocker hair with the, like, patchy beard. Imagine all of that with me 80 pounds lighter. It would be like if Thor dropped the hammer and picked up a microphone. Genuinely look like I just started puberty. That's not true, dude. Kind of look like Fortress without a beard. That's so insulting, dude. What did I ever do to deserve that, dude? Why Fortress? Why Fortress, dude? I have such a round face, though. Like, and it's hidden with my beard and my hair. But, like, if I pull my hair back, like, look at how fucking round my head is. It's so round. And also the fucking elbow on this shirt is like it's just like decimated. The first mon that came to mind. Well, that might be true. The next two things that you said definitely aren't, because you called me a fortress. But you know what else is round? Fortress. I knew you were gonna say that. Dude, yo, you know that it's such like a feel bad moment when you go on like eBay and randomly look up the One Piece TCG, see a booster box for like $240, and you're like, you know what? That's not that bad. Maybe I should get into One Piece. Should straight playthrough or Nuzlocke? I would say Nuzlocke. Nuzlocks are always more fun. Hope your inverted color Switch gets the Eevee. You have a Switch that has inverted colors? Why? Also, you can invert the color on your Switch. I didn't even know you could do that. Rando Nuz? I would say randomizer, dude. Me personally, I unless it's a brand new game that came out, I don't enjoy playing through Pokemon games if they're just vanilla. I need a randomizer and I need a Nuzlocke. Like, if it's a ROM hack, then I can play through it. Like if it's we did a randomizer that was like a fusion ROM hack type thing. Like I just wanted to experience all the Pokemon and play through the game or whatever. That kind of stuff I'm fine with doing like run-throughs of that aren't Nuzlocks. But like if it's a regular standard game, I cannot play through an old Pokemon game unless I'm one, shiny hunting, or two, it's like a randomizer Nuzlocke. Do not open One Piece. Why, Matt? Why? For why? I've also been debating on getting into Riftbound, but again, your boy has zero money. Yu-Gi-Oh players spend that much on one card. That's true, but like people do that in every game that I play as well. It's just a high risk, a low reward type thing. I feel like opening TCGs is like one of the worst ways to gamble nowadays, which is such a weird way to phrase it. But yeah, it's in accessibility settings. I did it to do something different. Gotcha. That's cool. I didn't even know you could do that. It makes sense though, but I didn't know you could. But Matt, why are you so against the One Piece? Why are you so against the One Piece TCG? Yeah, Charles, Alestrals is neat. I'm really hoping that the next set that comes out, which is Sunstrike, which actually it might be out already. I don't know. Or no, Sunstrike I think comes out in May. Magic the Gathering fans be like, damn, $300 for a box? That's a great price. Yeah, exactly. I'm over here in Magic going, ooh, do I really want to get a $500 box of Strixhaven? Yeah, anyway, I really hope that Sunstrike is as good as people are saying in terms of the quality control, because my live stream experience legitimately killed my love for Alestrals for the time being. Like, I've just had zero interest in collecting and playing because the quality of the cards for live stream were so bad. Every pack had a damaged card. Every reverse holo in the set had surface scratches or unaligned holo sheets or crimped corners or scratches or dings. Dude, the Stellars were also kind of ass in terms of quality, and like those are serialized cards and they should be really taken care of. It was just rough. Charles, I have a bear deck. I have the Ursa Den deck, and I actually have like all Stellars in that deck. I love that deck. It's not meta right now because they released more cards after the deck that I built came out, so like it's no longer great. But yeah, I've got like Stellar and Reverse Stellar Ursicles and stuff like that in that deck. It's pretty cool. I dig it. I love the bear archetype. I think it's really cool. Honestly, Matt, I mean, regardless of your reason, your feelings are valid, because opening any TCG is just not worth it. If they ever make a Red Panda themed deck for that game, I'll throw my money at it. They technically have a card called Panzer, and Panzer's Stellar is like a red panda. But there's no like red. Oh, there's also Pandison. Pandison is an actual red panda. So those are really cool. I don't think there's any decks that are formatted around them. They're basically just utility cards. But Pandison alone is I'm pretty sure that's based off of a red panda. It's a really cool card. Well, I don't know what the new one does, but the original one, you can like disenchant a spirit from it and bring back a invoke rune from your graveyard, so it allows you to cycle through cards that you've casted. Yeah, I was a huge Earth Enjoyer in the early sets, and then I still am an Earth Enjoyer technically, but priorities shifted when new cards came out. I shifted into the bears, And then when Livestream came out, I shifted into Funglow. And then I spent like, not even joking, like $3 grand on a Funglow deck because I wanted all Stellars. I lost money on that because I sold all of them after. Well, I sold 2. I didn't make money on 3 of the cards because I still have them. But I sold the Funglows, the original Funglows after the tournament that I went to because I stopped playing. And I needed the money. Lost money on that. Lost money on the cards that I bought at the tournament. Still have those, so I'm still negative on those. And then they released the reverse seller versions of it, so the serialized aren't worth shit anymore, because no one's going to spend $500 on the serialized when they can have the same card for $50. But, Chase. I too enjoy our planet, yes. Earth enjoyers. Red pandas are sick animals, dude. They're probably one of my... I think my favorite animal is a sand crane. And then second favorite would be red pandas. Actually, no, sorry. My favorite is axolotls. Then my second favorite is sand cranes. And then red pandas are my third favorite. Yo, Chase, you want to go halvesies on a Streets of Strixhaven box? And then any serialized cards we pull, I get to keep? That sound good to you? That sounds good to me. I don't know if that sounds good to you, but that really sounds good to me. Yeah, the Chicago Zoo have red... Fuck you, no. Oh, that was funny. Sell a kidney to own one. Yeah, if they... Yeah, if you could have them as pets, that'd be sick. You know what animal I think would be really cool to have as a pet, but I probably will never have, is a lynx. There are certain states where you can have them as pets if you're like licensed to have them, but they're classified as wild cats, so they're not technically domestic. But they're really cool. And I really want one. And they sound like a fucking Pokemon when they're little cubs. When they're like little baby lynx. They quite literally just sound like a Pokemon, dude. They're so cool. Do. Definitely a wolf, then Komodo dragon. Dude, Komodo dragons are sick. Those things are fucking scary, dude. Bum bum do 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 do. Yeah, the other animal that I want as a pet is a it's like a black Norwegian forest cat. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. They're like long hair, like they're like long hair, like, or black fur, long fur, whatever they're called, but they're these like huge cats. And I love the way that they look. They look so majestic. And I would want 2. I would want one that's like black fur and one that's white fur. And I would name them Gigi and Lucy. If you guys understand the reference, you're goated. Yo! Terexo. Oh my god. I haven't seen you in ages. What's poppin', brother? How is life? How is my old editor doing? Hopefully you've been chillin'. No, I get that, Chase. I get that. I was definitely joking about splitting a box and then taking the serialized for myself. That'd be hysterical, though. But yeah, that's definitely rough. Boom. Been so busy with life, been offline for a year. Dude, honestly, same, dude. I haven't been, I recently came back to streaming with Pokopia, but before that, I had been offline for a very long time. Honestly, like, my streams had been pretty hit or miss for the last 2 years. I think maybe within the last 2 years I streamed, like, other than, like, when I came back this year, like, between 2025 and 2024, I think I streamed, like, maybe a total of, like, 50 times. Getting the itch to stream hardcore runs again? Dude, hell yeah, man. Bring it back. Bring it back for the one time. Bring it back for the one time. 58. Yeah, Joker keeps track. Joker keeps track. He's at a 58 stream streak right now, so... Yeah, you should definitely make that return. Definitely make that return, Trex. That would be sick. That'd be fire. We were actually talking about it earlier in the stream, but I'm gonna try to get back into Nuzlocking too. At least one stream a week, getting back into Nuzlocking. I do kind of miss it. Just a little bit. I miss it a little bit. Yo, JP's here too. Yo, the gang's getting all back together. That's crazy. JP, how you doing? Peach Aldriano Gauntlet a bit, and then Platinum Kaizo came out, so I've been watching that. It looks so fun. Redbeard's back. Big up. Got my travel router from my room. Now I got 300 down, 150 up. Pog. Pog. JP, have you returned to streaming yet? Yay or nay? Had some issues with some Wi-Fi devices, so I got a router for my room. Hell yeah. You have? That's good. That's good. Stream Platinum Kaizo. Dude, you got... Chat. Chat. Let's be so real for a second. Do you think that I would survive in a Kaizo run? Think about it. Think about it. $50-50. Load it up. No, but it'll be good for content. No, but that's the best part. 5 gifted if you make it past Berry 2 on first run. What do you mean by Berry 2? Like the second battle that you have with Berry? Kaizo time. Y'all are crazy. The Jubilife battle? Okay, cool. Honestly, I mean, I'd honestly be down for anything. I'm more so joking. And I was actually a pretty decent competitive battler back in the day, so I wouldn't be total ass. That being said, no promises. I'll probably be ass. Hop on Champions. Oh, that's not this month. That comes out in like 3 days. Which actually is this... It is this month. Chad, I heard if we hit the sub goals, Grim will do Kaizo next Sunday. I'll tell you guys what, right now, if you guys hit the sub goal right now, I will guarantee do Kaizo next Saturday. All day. We'll do it all day Saturday. I'll even set aside time this week to make a layout. I'll be professional about it. Bro, forgot it's only the 5th. Yeah, it is in fact the 5th. Is Champions pay to win? Saw some stuff about them locking teams. So the only thing that's a paywall in the game, as far as I'm aware, is the slots that you have to store Pokemon. So like you pay to have more slots in Champions to store your Pokemon. I think you have something like up to 30 Pokemon for free, and then if you want to store any more than that, you have to pay for the slots. You had to cut off your other friend group because you were putting too many expectations on them. That sucks, broski. No, honestly, JP, that's not too much. You definitely, dude. Your friends aren't backing you up during that kind of situation. That's crazy. Boff is definitely good people. Yo, forget giving me money. Go give Boff money. Boff is the GOAT. Yeah, that's stupid, JP. He threatened to throw me out of the window of a moving car one time. Yeah, like I said, good people. I need to fix my focus. I messed it up when I was tweaking with the zoom. Sounds like Bob. Want to play D&D again? Dude, I was just talking about D&D the other day. I don't think it was on stream. I was in a D&D campaign one time. And then the friend group that I like joined to be a part of that D&D campaign, they started a bunch of like, there was like a bunch of internal friend group drama that I wasn't a part of, but it made the D&D campaign really awkward. So I was like, can we kill off my character? I don't want to be here anymore. Yeah, eventually we'll host our own tournaments. Eventually we will, for sure. Yeah, I'm horrible at competitive Pokemon now, too. I peaked in Oraz, and I left it there. I haven't done any competitive since then. Yeah, I don't know spreads are meta either. Do 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 do. Dude, I can't wait to go to bed later and have to ice my foot again because this fucking tendonitis thing is still here. I'm only lucky and have no skill, so I shiny hunt. Yeah, I don't have either, so I shiny hunt and suffer. Peaked in singles Gen 6. Last thing I remember was being mad at a Clefable Thunderwave. I think the last team that I made had like a competitive Quagsire on it, so that was my peak. Played around with a rain team because it's funny. Dude, rain teams are so... Like, that's one thing that I'm kind of looking forward to with Champions, is that with Meganium, with Mega Meganium, you can kind of just splash it in any team, which means that, like, you can throw Mega Meganium on like a sand team and still be able to hit, like, turn 1 solar beams and stuff like that. I feel like that's going to be potentially kind of crazy. Especially because, like, I don't know. I think it's going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to be a good competitive mon. That ability is nuts. Also, give me 2 seconds, chat. I'll be right back. I'm going to run upstairs real quick. I just remembered. Y'all ready for Fire Weather Ball from Meganium? True. Boss Man will be out of town, so I think I'm going to stream tomorrow night. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds lit. Crystal Redux is crazy. I'll be right back. 1 second. I'm just going to grab... I'm going to drink a... It's cherry juice. It's supposed to help you sleep. So I'm just going to make that so that I can drink it, and then it'll, like, hit my system by the time stream ends. If that makes any sense. Give me 2 minutes. I'm back. Back like I never left. What up? Yeah, Mega Excadrill's ability is going to be sick too. Dude, tart cherry juice. That shit lives up to its name, man. This stuff is so tart. Ugh. It tastes pretty good though. Aside from like the tart punch. Ugh. Plus this is it's sweet. It's tart, cherry juice, and chamomile. So it should be making me extra sleepy in a couple of minutes. Which is perfect because I'll probably finish it right when we're about to hit 5,000 encounters. Then I'll head up and go to sleep. Yo, I don't know where you all came out of the woodworks in the last couple of minutes, but shout outs to y'all for hanging out on stream today. I appreciate it. This was kind of an unplanned thing, so I appreciate you guys swinging through. Need to eat low key. I'll probably lurk for the rest of the stream, so if not, if I'm not back on, good night, big man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Enjoy your food. Before Grim gets the shiny and is pumped. Yeah, maybe I should end stream now. I feel like if I get the shiny, I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Believe blueberries have melatonin in them as well. I don't like melatonin. And maybe it's just melatonin gummies, but I hate the way it makes me feel. Like melatonin, and maybe that's what's in tart cherry juice that makes you sleep as well, and it doesn't have the same effect on me. But like melatonin gummies, they don't help me fall asleep, but they make it impossible for me to wake up. Like, I don't know if it has that effect on anybody else, but like melatonin gummies are supposed to help you fall asleep, right? It doesn't do that for me. The only effect that I get on it is that it makes me feel like I weigh 1,000,000 pounds in the morning, and getting out of bed is the most difficult thing anybody can ever go through. Yo, KT, what up? Welcome on into the stream. How you doing? Ashwagandha and magnesium, it works. Yeah, I've heard magnesium really works. I haven't taken ashwagandha to help sleep. I've taken ashwagandha during the day to help my like mental clarity. How goes the hunts? Hunts are pretty good. We're going until we hit 5k encounters today, and then I'm calling it a night. But yeah, I need to, well, I should take that back. I've tried magnesium, but probably just not like the right kind, because isn't there like a specific kind of magnesium that helps you sleep? It's like a specific version of magnesium or something. Usually how I feel after my shifts, yeah. Oh my god, dude. Ugh. Now I know why I typically just like drink my... It's very specific. It's 6 magnesium glycinate. I'll have to double check to see if that was what I used before. It worked, but not like insanely well. But maybe it was like the dose amount that I took or whatever. Because I'm a big boy. I'm a large lad. I am a massive person. I'm a brick wall of a human. And yes, that is both a tall and a fat joke. Ha-ha-ha. Nah. Can confirm you're the opposite of Lord Farquaad. Unless we're talking about my hair. Because low-key, every now and then, I look at my webcam and I'm just like, some of you may die, but that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Some of you may die. I look like I'm 6'2 to 6'5. I'm 6'4. I'm 6'4. So you were pretty accurate, which is really funny because I feel like everybody, I feel like unless I mention the fact that I'm a tall person, everybody, like, I feel like it's a weird perception that people have of streamers because, like, you only see, like, this part and up. You don't see, like, the whole person. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man? Well, she's married to the Muffin Man. Who lives on Drury Lane? Grimby hidden his ceiling lamp, yeah. But yeah, no, it's this, I don't know what it is, because earlier in my content era, this was obviously before, like, a lot of people knew me or whatever, but, like, when I was a new streamer in the Pokemon scene and I went to, like, PAX East for the first time and I met up with all the homies that I met online, everybody was so surprised that I was, like, a foot taller than everybody. They all just assumed that I was, like, 5'7" or, like, 5'8". I don't know what it is. Yeah, so I'm very surprised that you clocked the fact that I'm somewhere within 6'2 and 6'5". But yeah, no. That's one thing that I genuinely cannot wait for when I finally have enough money to move out and get my own place. I cannot wait to have a studio with high ceilings. I'm very tired of having to watch my just like watch where I like stand up straight. Don't let him lie to you. He's 5'6". That's a lie. That's a lie. He's lying. He's lying. Trex is tall too. Don't let him convince you otherwise. That dude is tall. Am I taller than you, or are you taller than me? I can't even remember. I mean, it's been a minute since we saw each other in person, because that was like, what, 2018 PAX where we met? You're 5'5". Damn, that's crazy. I'm totally misremembering. Oh, that's right. Yes, Drew's wedding. We were both. Yeah. Dude, I spaced. That was such a good wedding, dude. That was such a good time. But yeah, before that, it was like 2018 PAX or something. It's a lie because you're 5 foot even. Dude, dude, if I was 5 foot even, that'd be crazy because Vinny would finally be taller than somebody. Low blow? He knows it's all fun and games. Get a chat low blow because he's short. I wasn't about to like elaborate the joke even further, but I'm glad that you picked up on it, Chase. That's funny. When I said that, I was literally about to follow it up with like, "Say, did you get it?" And she get low blow. Did you get it? That's why y'all are friends. Yeah, exactly. If you take Vinny's height and my height and average it out, you just get an average height person. Yeah. Bum. Enfield, what's that? I don't know if I've heard of Enfield. Yo! Justice! Justice with the resub. Thank you for the 13 months of love. Let me go ahead and tick up that sub goal for this upcoming week. Justice, how you been, brother? How's life? How's work? I've been chilling. Today was Easter. If you guys celebrate Easter, hopefully you had a fantastic holiday. If not, hopefully you had a good Sunday. Yo, JP, have a good night, man. Enjoy your food, enjoy your sleeps. We'll be heading to bed shortly too. We're ending in 6 encounters, which sucks because Justice just got here, but I gotta get some sleeps. The good thing though, Justice, is that next weekend I should be able to start stream way earlier, which means that you might be able to catch stream for once. Time zones are a pain, dude. I feel like most of the time on my regular streams, you end up hopping in like right at the end of my stream, and it makes me sad. Boo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Ba-doo-doo-doo. But yeah, like I said, guys, if for whatever reason we hit the sub goal by the end of the stream today, next Saturday will be an all-day extravaganza of a Kaizo run, where we attempt to do a Kaizo run, which I've never done before because I suck at Pokemon. Wasn't bad, slow as hell, but work. But at work, that's fine on salary. Hell yeah, hell yeah. I made a joke with I was upstairs and I was like, "Hey, Cameron, is it okay if I edit the video tomorrow? It's just I'm exhausted and I can't focus on editing." And he said, "Oh yeah, that's totally fine. I didn't expect you to work on Easter anyway." And my parents they said you should ask if you get holiday pay. And I went, "Yeah, Cameron, do I get holiday pay?" And he goes, "If you work." That was really funny. All right, chat. Last encounters. We'll still do a Nuzlocke next weekend. I do want to do a Nuzlocke on Saturday. We're going to start a new run. I don't know exactly what we're going to do. Maybe I'll even decide to do a Kaizo. We'll still maybe try to do a Kaizo next weekend. But definitely I'm going to do some sort of Nuzlocke. So I'll probably have 2 set up. I'll probably have a Kaizo to attempt. And then when inevitably I fail at it and I hate my life, we'll try a different Nuzlocke. Damn, the last encounters of stream were not a shiny. All right, well, unfortunately, we have to end stream because we hit the 5,000 mark and I need to be awake in like 6 hours for work. So unfortunately, our little mini stream today is coming to an end. I appreciate you guys so much for coming out and hanging out. This was an unplanned stream. I wasn't even planning on streaming today, but thank you guys so much for coming through, showing the support, showing the love. I'll catch you guys in the next stream, which will be on Friday. Friday is the next stream. And then this Saturday, like I said, I don't have to record the podcast with my brother, so I will probably be live earlier than normal. We'll shoot for like around noon, maybe 11 if I'm feeling up to it that early. Sometimes I gotta like wake up and give myself some time to process. But yeah, we'll be live Friday for a couple hours, and then we'll be live Saturday, hopefully all day. And then depending on what's hit with the goals, maybe we do a Sunday stream too. I don't know, but I appreciate you guys hanging out. Much love to everybody out there, and I'll see you in the next one, all right? Have a good night, guys. And like I said before, happy Easter if you celebrate. If not, hopefully you had a good Sunday. All right, I'll see you next time.